TSB, Talk Sport Business on Talk 100.3 with Lachlan Kitchen and Neil Odger. Our IPL coverage continues again tonight. It's a huge clash of the Mumbai Indians versus the Delhi Capitals. Let us know who you think is going to win. 0586861003. On the show next, we're talking televisions. How big's the TV in your place, Neil?
55 inches.
Man, that's a good size, I think.
That's a good size considering the fact that, it's not a very big apartment, and if the TV was any bigger, probably I would have to sleep in the bathroom. So,
well, for a big TV, maybe it's worthwhile.
Yeah, with the acoustics and all, even the bathroom will sound better, yeah.
Well, our next guest is the head of the visual display division at Samsung Gulf Electronics, and he's here to discuss the upcoming lineup of big TVs in the UAE. Nikola Aksentijevic, thank you very much for joining us here on TSB. Good to have you in.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great to see you here. Now, TVs are just a part of the furniture these days in our homes, and they're getting bigger and bigger and thinner and thinner. What's the biggest you've got now at Samsung that you're selling?
So right now we are having the biggest screen size from our side, 110 inch, which is a micro LED technology, ultimate viewing experience, but it's not for your everyday consumer. For our consumers, the biggest screen size that we're promoting right now is 98 inch from the Neo QLED 8K. And also we have the 4K and we have the regular QLED in 98 inch. And then the sizes go down to our recently launched 77 inch OLED. This is the new and the biggest screen size in its segment, and we go all the way down to 32 inches.
This is incredible. Who decides how big should a TV be? Like from a technology point of view, is there a limit to the sizes that can come through, or you decide let's make just 3 inches more?
So that's a very good question, actually. So ultimately, the consumer decides.
Yeah.
The consumer decides, and we've seen the consumer change from a 32-inch to 43 to 47. Then the 55 became the standard. And especially in this region, the sizes of the houses and the sizes of the families and the way they view, we've seen a push and request for bigger and bigger. So ultimately, it goes as big as you want. So TVs currently, the regular consumer TVs go up to 98 inch for the regular consumers. But we do have also projection. So we have an LSP7 and an LSP9, which is a Samsung 4K laser projector. They can project all the way up to 140 inches with a pure 4K clarity. So ultimately, it goes as big as you want it or as you need it. And then we, as Samsung, listen to what our consumers are saying, and then we see how best we can innovate and create to provide that solution.
As someone who loves technology, I'm always looking at, the audio capabilities and has it got an arc return signal to be able to hook up to my soundbar, all these sort of things. So I'm an easy person to target. But I've got someone like my mother that when she needs a new TV, I have to go shopping with her and she'll say to the customer service person, "Oh, have you got one in white?" And then the white will come out, and then she'll say, "Now, can I see the colour of the remote to make sure that that's the same?" And then we actually had to take the white and put it underneath the air conditioner in the shop to make sure that it was the same white. So the white would colour coordinate if it got put up on the wall at the house. For all the technology, how do you try and innovate and target consumers that don't just see it as just something that's going to have more cables on the wall?
So a very good point as well. That's why we a while back launched our lifestyle category. Now, lifestyle category, as you rightly said, it becomes an extension of you. So we've noticed that TVs are now following closely the smartphone trends. You want your house and your TV and your entertainment area to be extension of you. So our lifestyle category, coupled with the frame TVs, they'll give you that customization. So what's amazing about it is a QLED technology. It does go up as 85 inch, but the frame itself, you can customize to any shape, color that you need. And then we can match it to your needs, to is it blue, orange, purple, for your room. Now, if you're not into that, then we actually push the envelope in our 4K and 8K TVs by doing the infinity screen. So there is almost no edge. So that way, if there is no edge on the screen, it will not clash.
Yeah.
But like you said, there are tech-savvy people who go for technology. We have to engage them on the level of, quantum matrix, AI upscaling, object tracking sound, and all that. But then for the other consumers who like to have, let's say, an ambience in their house, then we fully divert them to our lifestyle category. And there is a solution for every need in that category itself.
This is incredible. The way televisions and as an industry has grown is just incredible. And plus, there is enough and more that is produced for an average consumer to consume on the television. I mean, if I were to sit at home and not do anything, believe me, I can stay home in front of my television and literally not do anything and watch the TV the whole day. But, back in the days when I was growing up, my mum used to say this, that listen, the more TV you watch, you'll spoil your eyes. How true is that?
Maybe in the past, I'll have to be honest, but with the latest quantum dot technology, HDR plus, and the AI upscaling, the actual TVs, especially our Neo QLEDs, can gauge the brightness in your house and also the blue light, and then adjust the screen size to better suit your eyes. Because we do know the blue light damages.
Right.
On our 4K and 8K TVs, the sensors inside the TV gauge the ambience and reduce the brightness.
Right.
And also the quantum matrix and also the dot matrix inside the OLEDs, they can adjust the size and the side of the picture. So if many times you watch a movie and there is a dark scene and there's a light scene and all kind of blends. So what we do is edge blending. So that the bright scene will become a little bit duller and the dark scene will become a little bit brighter, so that you don't strain your eyes, making sure that it's smooth. And it's all on the back on the quantum matrix technology and AI upscaling to constantly adjust the picture. So exactly like you mentioned, we don't get our parents telling us, stop watching. Now you can watch for as long as you want, whatever content you want.
I think that some of the quality is great, particularly when it comes to sport, fast-moving sport, where the ball is going through. Some of the older TVs, you get that trail at the end of the ball that had come across. For some who's into the tech, what are those new tech innovations? You discussed just some of them, but what are some of the new innovations on the next lineup?
So we have the highest refresh rates. That's very important, not only for the consumption of like live shows, sports, but also for gaming. So where the refresh rate of the screen is demanded to be very high. So benefits of OLED and Neo QLED from Samsung, it comes with a Motion Turbo Pro and also FreeSync Premium that allows you to just link your consoles directly, giving you refresh rates from 122 Hertz all the way up to 144. And that was needed in order for that experience to be seamless and not to have that trailing. We have a 20 to 21 neural network at the back of every single TV. And each one of these neural networks analyzes the picture, analyzes what's being shown, and then adjusts and adapts the screen to that specific content. So whether you're watching a movie or a football match, the TV itself will analyze the picture and then keep adjusting it, whether it's for your eyesight or for the speed of the movement.
Eventually, they're going to be able to change the score.
That would be amazing. That would be something amazing.
But then, see, while all of these are consumer-friendly products, Dubai, in the recent years, if you've seen, there is a massive demand for everything super niche. Right, there is a high-end variety of everything you want. You want a car? There's a high-end variety. You want a house? There's a high-end variety. Is there a super niche product from Samsung for the ones who probably need the high-end?
Yeah,
ones?
the premium TVs.
The super premium.
Absolutely. So as I mentioned at the beginning, right at the start, it's called micro LED. So micro LED technology, it goes over 2,000 nits.
Okay.
So when you actually see the picture. So it comes with a 4K, it comes with a quantum processors, but the actual 2000 nit screen and a micro LED, the pico LEDs in there, gives you such a vivid picture that most of the people can't believe their eyes. And this is super premium for those super premium customers. Obviously, we try now to work towards kind of shrinking that technology into a normal screen size.
Right.
So hopefully in a couple of years' time, that super premium will become a standard, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I remember the first time I was in Harrods, of all places, and I saw a 4K TV, and it looked amazing.
Yeah, it does.
And I thought, well, that's great, but why would I buy one? There's no 4K content out there anymore. And now we're doing 4K stuff on our phone. Right, so when you have something like the 8K TV that comes out, I think people get it. Oh yeah, it will catch up. But like what you said, it's Dubai. Bigger is better. Everyone wants the biggest TV. But with some of that micro LED, I mean, what would it cost you? What would it cost you to get one of those TVs?
We're talking upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
I'll pass.
I'll wait a couple of years and I'll get a superseded model, and I might be able to do a discount somewhere when the new model comes in.
We look forward to it.
Wonderful. Look, it's great to get you in to get the insights in TVs, and I've got to think, is sometimes your hardest customer people that have already got a TV that don't see the need to upgrade? Is that a hard thing to get around with some people as well?
Yes and no, and that's why, kind of always say we're blessed being in GCC. So as you rightly mentioned, they always want the newest and the latest. Yeah. So what we've seen, and again, reiterating what I mentioned about the consumers becoming more like smartphone users, it's come up to a trend that people now want to upgrade quicker than before. Mm-hmm. So the challenge doesn't come now whether we convince you. The challenge is now, how do we cater to your ever-growing demand and your needs? So we are seeing a huge uptake on 75-inch, 85-inch, and a huge uptake moving from UHD into QLED, Neo QLED, and OLED. Last year was amazing because we had so many sporting events happening.
True.
This year, I think it's the year of the OTT apps and the way people consume, your Netflix, your Shaheeds, and OSNs. There is never, enough reasons to upgrade. The only challenge we have is, how do we get you the perfect size and the perfect TV for you and what you do?
Because it must be more beneficial for you if content producers, FIFA and World Cups and movies are bringing out 4 and 6 and 8K content as well. Are you in partnership with a lot of the content creators as well, and the studios and the streaming platforms?
So absolutely. We partner up. So one of the things we pride ourselves is actually partnering up with all major OTT apps. So Shaheed's, TOD recently launched last year, Disney Pluses, Amazon Primes, because at the end of the day, these are all necessary for the consumers. Interesting you mentioned, the original World Cup was meant to be broadcast up to 4K, but the sheer bandwidth of 4K for live show broadcasting, you're not capable because over a billion people are watching.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where we come to help the content creators and broadcasters, because our TV are capable of upscaling the 4K into 8K. Though we are now seeing more and more 8K content being created, like you rightly said, probably in the next couple of years, the 8K is going to become the standard as 4K. In the meantime, we'll keep on developing the technology, we'll keep on partnering up, and we'll keep on pushing the upscaling. One interesting thing on OLED, Samsung OLEDs, all of our Samsung OLED TVs upscale the content, regardless what quality it is, to 4K automatically. Wow. So it's become a little bit of a standard. So now we are also pushing the content creators, saying we've got the 4K, let's work together and start to make the 8K.
Well, congratulations on your work. This is exciting. And one thing I've always wanted to ask, do those OTT platforms, do they pay to be on the remote?
Let's just say it's a fruitful partnership.
It's a mutual
beneficial partnership.
Wonderful. Nikola I got your name right the first time. Aksentijevic. Nikola Aksentijevic, the head of visual display division at Samsung Gulf Electronics. Thank you very much for coming into TSB.
What a pleasure. Thank you.